A video game Easter egg is when the game developers slide in some little something special for the people that really dive to the depths of the game and want to see what's really in there at the bottom. Like when a Starbucks employee slips a little something extra special in with your drink. Today, we're gonna look at the scariest Easter eggs in video games. Now, be warned, this will scare you. You will be frightened. So, don't worry, I'm here to act as your guide in this. I will guide you through the scary. Don't worry, I will keep you safe.
These are the 22 creepy Easter eggs in video games. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare, there's a map
it's
called
Modern
Livestock,
Warfare.
but anyone who plays it normally won't notice the unsettling secret lurking in the shadows. If you pay close attention, you'll start to notice teddy bears and other stuffed animals hiding in the most random places. After shooting them, 2 final bears will appear on the ground, and this is where it gets disturbing. If they're destroyed at the same time, a pentagram gets summoned and you'll quickly realize that you were the sacrifice all along.
What? Hold on. Let's play out.
In Death Stranding,
What? I've never seen that before in my life. To be fair, I was thinking at the start, what's scary about teddy bears? Teddy bears, they're not scary at all. They're small, they're cuddly, they're friendly to children. Turns out you're a satanic sacrifice, which is fine because, at least you're helping out in some kind of way. At least you're doing something that's good for other people. I would say of all the ways to go when it comes to dying, if you're a satanic sacrifice, you're making someone happy at the end of the day. So really, it could be worse, right?
You spend most of your time traversing mountains surrounded by enemies, but there's one location that you're always safe, or so we thought. Your private quarters are the best place to get some rest after a long delivery, but after seeing this Easter egg, I might avoid sleeping from now on. There's a small chance that upon waking up, a shadowy figure can be seen in the shower, staring at you while teleporting around. Eventually, she bursts down and jump scares the camera, waking up Sam and revealing that it was a dream all along.
Oh god, dude. Okay, when I jumped out there, I got a little jump scare, just a baby one, not a real one, because I'm a Giga Chad, I'm a real man, I'm a manly man with big muscles, and I don't get scared of anything. But you can't have the safe zone be a place of scares. It's like in Left 4 Dead 2, if you go into the safe zone and they start like throwing zombies at you in the safe zone, there has to be a place of safety. You can't just destroy the gamer's assumption of how the game works. Poor, Jesus Christ, poor Norman Reedus.
The goal is obviously to, well, not touch anything. And even though it's meant to be a lighthearted experience, there is one Easter egg that is absolutely terrifying. If you spam the red button, it'll open various drawers until you unlock the hammer. With this, you can smash the clock on the wall, and anyone who turns the hands to 666 will find themselves regretting it instantly.
How do you even find this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. How are you even supposed to find stuff like that? Of course, I should have known that if I keep spamming the button, I can grab the hammer, which will allow me to smash the clock and then turn the clock to 666. That's what I love about Easter eggs, is they're completely dumb and they make no sense. I have to imagine the developers having so much fun when they put this in. Like, no, Dave, listen. You smash that clock right there? No. You see what happens? Smash the clock. Okay, turn it to 666. We do a little Satan summoning, man. How many of these are going to be related to summoning of Satan or some kind of demonic, hellish demon that will come bursting out at you? I assume that most of them, there's 22 here, most of them will be.
Mission. It's easy to get distracted by the race cars and expensive lifestyle.
Oh, I remember this mission.
A small number of players discovered a horrifying secret in the aquarium. The abandoned building is creepy on its own, but when you look into this window, you can see a red room with a crash test dummy on a crucifix. This is where things get unsettling. After zooming into the window with a sniper scope, the signs change from live exercise in progress to live exorcism in progress. The dummy begins to move, slowly turning its head and staring right into your soul. Just make sure you watch your back. The second you let go of that aim button, the demon teleports directly behind Agent 47.
Dude, that's good. No, that's awesome. I actually love that one so much. I really hope they have the Bioshock Easter egg in this as well. Turns out in Hitman, this is even more creepy. Turns out in Hitman, you play as a murderer in that game, which is, I had no idea until like the end.
Fan can appreciate lies behind door 202 in The Observer. After discovering the key code, this door leads you through various hallways. You can hear people begging for help, demons tapping the window, and find body parts in a fridge. This disturbing area is a tribute to PT, and they really capture the eeriness of the demo.
It is so sad that PT was never released.
2's demonic cabin.
That had such potential. Like the full game of PT was never made because Kojima and Konami was having fights. They were having fisticuffs, and it turns out that Kojima was just like, I don't want to do fisticuffs anymore. I'm just going to make Death Stranding instead and do a walking simulator. And then they never made it.
Creepy artifacts, accidentally becoming a museum of horror. To anyone who visited, this painting was the most innocent item in the cabin. But if you came back while playing as John Marston, it told a more sinister story. With each visit, the painting changed, slowly creating a figure of a man with a top hat. But it's the final stage which will send chills down your spine as you approach the finished finished artwork, the strange man can be seen in the mirror, standing right behind you.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Oh,
Bioshock Infinite. Yes. Okay, you guys know my Bioshock series, my favorite series of games of all time. I actually know the one from Bioshock 1. Where in the medical pavilion, maybe it'll pop up in this video. It should. It's a really good Easter egg. I don't know the Bioshock Infinite one they're talking about, though.
While exploring the map, players found an event that
have I seen this?
Mysterious Manta Ray Lounge. It's mostly empty, except for one machine called Need to Know Theater. While they usually play short films, this one glitches out, flashing questions at the screen before its final message appears behind you. As you leave the theater, there's an unwelcome guest waiting for you, and nobody knows why this statue appears, and it's absolutely horrifying. And personally,
that's a reference to the first game. I don't know if they're gonna have any other one, but in the first Bioshock, you go into this room and it is filled with gas when you pick up an item. And then when you try to walk backwards to leave, you can't walk backwards because when you turn around, there's a man that just stands there and stares at you. I can't find the video of it, but he just stands and stares until you look downwards towards his cockle region and then he attacks you. But if you just look at him, you can just stare at him in the eyes and he stares at you back. It's so freaky, man.
Next creepy secret in Zombie Army 4. After you've progressed through the Don't Tap the Glass mission, the final objective asks you to escape the aquarium. Safety is closer than ever, but not before you pass this portrait of a woman. If you get too close, you'll instantly regret it, with the woman turning into a demon and spraying blood all over the canvas. One of the scariest Easter eggs out there can be found in B2 of Infra. This is a puzzle game where most players aren't expecting anything creepy until they come across this door. It's super difficult to access.
Bro, you can't say you don't expect anything creepy when you're playing a game with a torch in one hand and a camera in another. That is the quintessential creepy game. When you look through a camera and you have a torch in one hand, dude.
Once they solved the puzzle,
that's basically a horror game.
Tunnel B2 was darkness. You could keep walking, and it felt like an eternity. Players were already building up a sweat when they heard the deep breathing over and over in their ears. They were desperate to get out, and it felt like the walls were closing in, and when the corridor finally ended, the door was locked, with nowhere left to run.
Don't turn around. Oh, dude, no. That face, that's not a nice face.
Creepy, but also serves as an amazing homage. At Halai Village, one of the huts has a special loot crate. Instead of grabbing your regular supplies, it gives you Overwatch 2 skins, except you have to pay real money to unlock it. Zombie will break through the floor. He's just a tiny guy, but it's not a random event. This is a reference to the toolbox zombies from Borderlands who also jump out of chests. And one of the strangest Easter eggs is in Metro Last Light,
I like that.
where you can find this old woman wandering around the museum. This gets extremely disturbing when you look away. Every time you do it, she teleports, changing her clothes,
is she a witch?
In different poses, and finally breathing down your neck. And thousands of players got chills after discovering the most unexpected secret in Far Cry 5. In one of the sewers, a small red balloon can be seen, just floating there. By now, most people have made the connection.
The clown guy. It's because he has a balloon bunny bear.
From it, but it got so
Pennywise.
That's
bizarre.
It. There's a haunted house located on the map, which is already unsettling. And when players turned on the power, they spotted a mysterious figure staring at them from the barn. Once you've investigated,
he's not that scary.
Nobody was there, except a red balloon and a phone. For anyone brave enough to answer, they heard this. An unexplainable.
Good thing we're in America, brother. I don't care about no clown yelling at me down the phone. I got an AK-47 here, sir.
He found it Hitman 3.
I like to see him fucking try and get me with one of them red balloons.
Apex Predator mission. It all started with this safe that can only be accessed using the code 1989, revealing a golden idol. Anyone who took this outside would find an armchair facing a lake, and quickly discover that this idol would summon a disturbing creature.
It's a hippo, man.
Anyone, when the wine is poured, the blood will flow.
This next Easter egg was never meant to be discovered, and it's one of the most secrets I've ever seen.
Very nice.
Throughout the story of Soma, the main character talks to their girlfriend, but she's always looking out the window. You never see her face, which left people wondering if the developers even designed one. This is the moment curiosity got the better of them, and with the help of cheats, they made their way over to the window, eager to learn the woman's identity, only to find her entire face covered in maggots.
Oh, what the fuck, dude? No, I thought it was just pixelated. I was like, oh, they pixelated his face. Their face, that's really cool. That's awesome. Oh, I hate maggots so much. I know they're babies. They didn't really do anything wrong yet because they're babies, but I would stand on them. I would kill them so much.
Your eyes. This for a cleanup detail is the perfect game. But even this cleaning simulator has a terrifying feature. On the House of Horror map, you can find a deer above the fireplace, and the first instinct is to pull out the mop. But be careful, because anyone who watches the deer for too long awakens it.
You don't mop statues. Oh, okay.
It's not the
Doesn't
worst
scare
thing you
me.
could
I'm way
find.
too manly for that.
1997's Blood, there's a locked room with a baby stroller inside. As you get closer, a hand can be seen trying to get out the carriage, which clearly doesn't belong to a baby. If you destroy it, body parts fly out, and an army of crawling ants will chase your character in an attempt to kill you. In Halo 3,
Ants? Or hands? What? That's crazy. Oh, Halo 3 one? Wait, I've seen all the Halo 3 Easter eggs, haven't I? I've seen the monkey family.
there's
Is
a
it-
location
what
which
is this
makes
going
me
to be?
nervous just by looking at it. During the Sierra 117 mission, players found a way to climb out of the forest through a specific set of rocks. It led them high above the trees until they noticed
Is
a
this the monkey family?
hiding in the corner. These weren't
Yeah.
ordinary people. In fact, they weren't people at all. They were monkeys with human faces, staring blankly
seen this
into the
one.
distance. But even World of Warcraft.
I remember that
friendly
one. That's not
town is
scary.
hiding the creepiest secret.
I guess it's a little
Every morning
creepy.
At 7 a.m., a group of children appear in the street, running extremely fast towards something. But where are they going? Players have wondered the same thing.
Bro, they're
and
going to
followed the
school,
children
man.
down the road.
Really, a group of children are running down the street every morning at 7 a.m. I wonder if they're going maybe to school to get an education so they may learn and be good raid bosses.
After a long journey, they eventually reach this house. Upstairs, the
School.
children gather in a circle and were staring at the wall as a deep voice said,
Your friends will abandon you. You will die.
It gets even more disturbing in Payday 2's hospital
Damn, school got crazy these days. They're really teaching them kids some strange things out
mission.
there.
When your quest to retrieve blood samples takes a much more sinister turn. People who turned off the lights would discover a chilling secret in the basement. Peeking through the window, they were jump scared by a witch from Left 4 Dead, desperately trying to break out. But creatures are scarier when
Dude,
they
the
don't
witch from Left 4
attack,
Dead
and this
is an
what happened to
iconic
players
villain.
in Ghost
So good.
Simulator. While roaming the desert, they came across just a man standing there.
And you walk into a slaughterhouse, and then your goat is slaughtered for delicious goat meat
As they
for a
got
goat
closer,
curry.
He started to say the word moo over and over again, which was already strange, but after leaving, they could still hear him. No matter where you go, he'll be there, teleporting around and stalking you at every opportunity. There's nothing
I think that's a benefit. That's a feature, and I think more games should implement this feature. I mean, what would Five Nights at Freddy's be without the Moo guy that teleports around? What's a FNAF? Why would I care about Freddy Fazbear
more disturbing
when
than
the
the feeling
Moo
of
guy
being
is there?
watched. In Ghost Recon Wildlands, it's just unavoidable. You can read the tale of a young boy who wanted to help his mother wash clothes in the swamp. This is where he walked into the water
In
and
the
mysteriously
swamp?
disappeared.
Okay, well, no, listen. That was your first problem. Why are you washing clothes in the swamp, guys? If you put it in the swamp, it's gonna make it more dirty. Come on, guys, let's think about it for a
The
second.
location from the story, you'll soon realize it's even more horrifying in person. A small boy
He
can
was
be seen
eaten
in the
by
distance
Shrek.
staring right at you, and he runs from anyone who approaches him.
Quick,
fading
shoot
into
the child.
bushes, never to be seen again. Just
Take
like
the
Destiny
shot.
and God of War, which was so creepy it had to be cut from the game. Anyone who has faced the Revenant knows how unsettling it is, but its predecessor was on a whole new level. The artist who designed this creature shared it online, revealing the drummer, who had 4 burnt arms, no eyeballs, and a beating heart covered in blood. But it's not even the scariest.
I think it's just a bit over the top, to be honest.
This hidden room in Call of Duty Finest Hour is one of the most unexplainable things out there. Players realized that you could throw 3 grenades at an underground passage and it would reveal a door. This leads
And
to a
that
room
door
that
unlocks
nobody understands,
microtransactions.
with candles floating in the air and baby pictures all over the walls. At
Nice.
the center, an empty crib, but if you approach it, a ghostly figure begins to emerge. It's hard to tell if this is a child in a soldier's body or the other way around, but it's still unexplained to this day. And those were some
No, that just happened in World War II. There was a lot of messed up stuff that happened in World War II, but subscribing to my second channel wasn't one of them. Oh, that was a bad transition. Just subscribe to the second channel, please. I'd appreciate it.